Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second part here of episode 8 of the Keep on the Borderlands Torchbearer Ganza. That's what I'm going with.
Unworthy meat.
Yeah, the unworthy meat crew. So Cadence has given a report back to the whole group about the Knoll Cave. What is your plan?
They sound like they're reluctant to go deeper down in the cave. That there's some danger down there. Perhaps.
Which, might be good for us if we
especially if we drive them off, send them down
or
towards
drive
the
them
trouble.
deeper. Yes.
Yeah. I'd be up for giving that a try.
While they're debating, we can make our way in.
All right, now it's your turn to sneak up. Oog, let's go.
Yeah. So I think we should make the plan clear to Oog as well. Bren's like, we're going to smash them and chase them away to drive them into the deeper into the cave. Trying to make sure Oog gets on point with that idea.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, then. Let me bring you over to the conflict screen because we're going to get ready to drive them off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I gotta make this bigger.
Oh, I have a bow now. I should look
problem.
up the bow mechanics.
Yeah. Bow mechanics are pretty cool. It's situational like everything.
Does
But
Oog get a turn in the order, or should they just be help for somebody?
Oh, I think we want Oog to do something, right?
Yeah, I lean towards Oog.
Luke taking an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm content that action may not be well. We get to script, so we do control what Oog's action is, unless you want us to like just designate a spot where Oog goes. No, that's not really how scripting works. You have to designate the actions. But yeah, no, I'm all for Oog smashing. Look at the cute little gnolls.
Yeah.
Drive
Can't
off,
hurt them.
fire, and health. These are not great skills for me.
Yeah, sorry.
Fighter and
Hey, but now you have Eldritch Darts.
Defend and maneuver or will. That's great for me.
Yeah, you do have the Eldritch Darts that you can do one attack with.
Yeah,
with the Arcanist.
but
No, it lasts for the
right.
entire conflict. You can use it.
Yeah, it can be basically
Yeah.
my weapon for the conflict.
Yeah.
I actually think this is probably not the conflict where I use that. Because defend and maneuver, I think we're likely to maneuver at some point, and I can use my will for that. That works fine.
Can't find my Torchbearer. Oops.
What page is the Sage? If you're looking at what page is that?
The the conflict skills is on 70, and then I forget about the monster or the items. I forget what that is.
I have skills and abilities for disposition and conflict ability and skills used by action as a handout also in Roll20 under the conflict section of handouts.
Nice.
Because you're a pro, Eric.
Nice.
You're a gosh darn pro.
I would
so,
love to
we're-
find this too.
We're doing a drive off, right? So that's fighter and will. However, for disposition, it's fighter and health.
Yeah, fighter.
So yeah, I should not be doing our
The
disposition.
skills are will, fighter and will. The abilities for disposition is health.
Cool.
Oof.
Okay, so I have fighter.
Yep.
I mean, I do.
I know that. I know the art of the Knolls has swords, but they actually have bows.
Okay. When you said the art of the Knolls, it felt like a
The Tao of Knoll.
yeah.
I think the art of the deal.
Oh God.
I mean, both were
Tay
written by
of
Knolls.
Oog.
So wow, Bo makes attack versus. That's kind of huge.
Yep, it's good. Cool. I think.
Oh, that's
Well,
good.
So
I'm.
so I can attack well then, right? Because I can force it to be a versus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Oog.
So can
What's-
they? Honestly, they're all
Yeah.
they're all using bows, so
Okay.
it's lots of versus rolls, very
Okay.
likely.
All right. So who is your conflict captain? Who is leading the way in the drive-off method?
I don't have the best health.
I think Cadence is showing us the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
was
should be the
leaning
one to
towards
lead the
Cadence.
conflict.
Yeah. What? So you need my health,
So
You're
Cadence,
gonna roll fighter and then add health.
and then add it.
yeah. So we're
to
doing the
my
disposition.
total.
Yeah.
And we can help you on the fighter roll.
Oh. Okay. All right.
I mean,
No, it's just that I finally looked at what the
Okay.
null drive off conflict style is.
oh yeah,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
yeah. What's that?
I think we're about to find out.
Yeah. So I'm skill rating is 3.
I will.
So I'm gonna add 4 for my health, and then
Yeah.
You don't add 4. You're gonna
You
add
just get
4
it.
at the end. That's how many.
oh, okay.
So however many successes, you'll add it to 4. But add certainly 1 for Bryn.
For you and who else has fighter? Epi?
I've got fighter. Yeah, I'm gonna help out.
Okay, so 2.
And we should be describing how we're helping with this, right?
For this test?
Yeah, I can't remember if this
I don't know
position
if
is
you-
just kind of outside, and we just do it just to get our point total.
That's true in Mouse Guard. I think it's different in Torchbearer. I don't think Luke would let you get anything for free in Torchbearer.
Right.
Okay, so that's 2 successes plus 4 health is 6 total disposition.
Okay, so it's a fair fight. Did you capture a help from Oog?
Oh no, I didn't.
Roll an extra one. Just
Come on, come on, Oog. Let's see your D6. Nice, Oog.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh.
All right, so you got 7.
If you're fate rich, I don't know if you want to
Oh,
explode that.
sure.
Dispo is good.
Well, I have 2.
Mm.
Yeah. Sure.
spend
I
them if
think
you
it's-
got them.
Yeah, spend them if you got them. Come on, Oog. Don't give up now. Whole D6 exploding.
Nice.
Got an
Okay.
additional success. So that's 4 successes on top of your health, which is also 4, so 8 total.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice.
Um,
No one likes a fair fight.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, it also.
So I have
Divide
I have
those.
distributed up my disposition tokens and have chosen my actions. Now it is up to you, Cadence, as commander, to work with your group.
And I have to draw these
Set up
cards.
order and draw the cards and place them in the right order, as well as where the extra disposition goes, because you have 5 people with 8 things. So you're having an odd number of disposition. So how that gets allocated is up to you.
Yeah, like 2 of us are going to be shy.
Yeah, I would lean towards Linus being shy.
You could make Bryn shy. I've got chainmail armor and a helmet.
Nice.
I'm in pretty good shape to take a thumping, unless bows. Bows do puncture leather. I think they don't puncture chain. I'm pretty sure.
Keep grabbing my dang character.
I think there are like 1,000 YouTube videos
We
that
don't.
will tell you one way or the other.
And a lot of opinionated Reddit threads.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, while you're doing that, what's the goal of the conflict? To drive off the gnolls deeper into their lair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever
And
they
then
didn't
back
want to go
the
down to do,
shadows.
chase them in there.
All right. So have we figured out if there's any very specific benefit for someone having or not having these? Should we just have the front row?
So disposition works like as group, but then when you split it up by people, it's individual health. So if you ever lose your disposition point to the point where you're out of disposition points individually, that person can no longer contribute and help for the rest of the conflicts. So basically, until that person heals again and gets back into the conflict, they're out. They can't help or assist or have a turn.
Yeah.
It's not a wasted action if that's like the person. It's just that someone else now has to go in their stead, and they have to abide by the action you chose.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we just put them up front.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fine?
Sure. So this is the old order. This order can change of characters and stuff, right?
Well, we should pick our actions first and then assign the people to them. Yeah. Knowing that Linus is really good at maneuver and defend.
What kind of armor are they wearing?
So
that's a good question. They are wearing nothing.
Ooh, sexy.
Just a quiver.
All right.
So I kind of think that these guys are going to attack because they're gnolls.
Very possible.
That's possible. They may throw a maneuver in there, try and outflank us. I don't think they're going to do defend for sure. Well, their attacks are versus against other attacks, so they have a very good reason to use attacks. However, if someone decides to use a dagger rather than a dagger on a maneuver, we can disarm bows really well.
I have a dagger, and I was going to propose me maneuvering first, because then if I do take a hit and get knocked out, I will have already done my thing.
Right.
And I'm pretty good at maneuvering, and I have a dagger. So, yeah.
Yeah, get up there and cut them bowstrings.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. And then do we just want to continue with some attacks after that?
Probably.
I'm going to be carrying my shield because there's no difference between that and the mace.
So here's something that we probably should talk about, and because this would have been factored in as you guys jumping into this conflict. Light. Because you guys are going to be driving them in caves of darkness, basically, right? Like you're fighting them in shadows. So what I'm willing to say right now is that without anybody worrying about light, you're all in dim light.
Okay.
Right? So that's a factor on all your tests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we didn't talk about it, but I think
you're fighting in and out of the cave. So I feel but if somebody wants to hold light, we don't have to worry about it, and we can worry about that now.
Yeah, I can carry the lantern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your light can only hit 3 people though.
Right. So
I think you have to decide that as the conflict round.
Right.
Yeah. Right. You can change it up like you would with the next succinct volley, like you would a weapon.
Right.
I think that sounds pretty reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, also we could put a torch in Linus's hand if you have an extra hand now. You didn't.
I do have an extra hand, so I can hold something as long as somebody hands it to me, because I do not have. Let me double check before I say this, but I'm pretty sure I'm not carrying Actually, I do have a lantern. I don't have oil for it, but I do have a lantern.
I have oil. I also have 4 torches, so we could.
If somebody gives me something to hold, I can totally do it.
Yeah.
So do you want a lantern or a torch?
I'm gonna give Linus a torch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm carrying a torch.
I'm all in favor of us not take. We're not gonna have any element of surprise as soon as we come charging in anyway with Oog. Yeah. So I'm fine with us coming with light. I think it's
and I was just adjudicating that you had time to do light because you had the ambush, you had the scouting report. You could go at your leisure.
Yeah. Thank you. That's.
I'm trying.
Do I want to try to indicate turn order with these, or just that fine? We are going from the inside out, right? We'll start.
We're going inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what? Yeah, I mean, since Eric's already picked, you can talk to us about what actions you want to do, and then who's the best people to assign them to. I think we know, like, Linus with the maneuver is very strong.
Yeah, and do we want to lead with that?
I think so.
I think that's pretty good. Because
that's what I was thinking, and then follow up with a few attacks. And I think
how about having Oog attack?
Yeah, Oog attack once, and then me attack with the bow.
Sure.
Okay, so
that
what's
sounds
the
fine
order?
with me.
Who's going first?
First is Linus.
Yep.
Okay. Then who?
Then Oog.
Okay. And then who?
And then Cadence.
Oh, Oog. Nice.
Okay. Sounds good to me. You have enough light for everybody, so that's not a factor anymore. And then we can jump into the drive off conflict. All right, are we ready to reveal the first round?
Sure.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's flip our cards. Once again, I like flipping them. It's been a while. I like flipping all of them and then kind of describing the overarching look of the attack. Yeah. Gnolls, Cadence, you read it like a book. The Gnolls are just no tricks about them. They are just trying to lay into you with as many arrows as they can and hoots and hollers.
I have a order of might question.
Yeah.
I believe, and I could be wrong with this, that we have the highest order of might of our group, which would make our order of might 5. I don't know if that is.
It counts for the whole group.
Yeah, because the group has an order of might. It could just be 3. And the reason why is that you can't capture somebody with 2 order of might higher than you. Capture conflicts don't work against people that are that much tougher than you.
That's a good point. I forgot about that
yeah.
mechanic.
I mean, not like I'm sure they could drive us off, or they could.
I mean, so it's
could still do other things.
Off, not a capture conflict. So their goal is already a little bit of a stretch. So maybe their goal is to scatter all but one of us. And what happens to the last one? That's the subject.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's a clever way of circumventing the capture thing. It's like, well, drive off all but one, and then who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Scatter all but one, I think, is a pretty legit drive off.
Yeah,
definitely.
Right. We're each trying to push each other back. It makes total sense.
Okay.
Oh man, I should have kept my instinct to save Linus.
So attack versus maneuver is versus.
Yep. Okay.
And they have a bow.
Okay. I have a dagger. And I was just looking at this page and I flipped away from it. What is my special thing for my dagger? My special thing for my dagger is
it disarms bows on it.
Counts as disarm against a okay. You get a cool. So I'm gonna Linus just rushes in there with his dagger, hoping to like get in close and cut bowstrings basically. And he's relying on the fact that Oog's also here. So hopefully they're gonna be distracted by like the
it's you and Oog it's you and Oog together like at the front of the battle. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So while Oog's there being like, I'm ready to smash, I just dash in and hopefully close the gap with them.
Yeah. I see that.
Nice. I love it. I love like Linus is never the one to be like, yeah, I'm this great fighter. But you're like, okay, I'm gonna run in and try this.
Right.
You have one dispo, so if they even get a success,
So
I think Basil sees Linus doing this. It's just like there's a moment of like, what? Yeah. And as a helping for my helping die or whatever, I'm just gonna run next to you with my shield out, trying to keep as many away. Be like, yeah, this is how we're doing it.
Well, and if they're distracted by like trying to actually fight you at the same time, that works towards what we're actually doing. Nice.
I'm going to use a sonic technique to help by just before I even have a chance to get an arrow in my bow, I just start plinking my bowstring like as if someone's shooting a bunch of arrows
Pew, pew, pew,
from the
pew.
mouth of the cave.
Nice. Dry firing. Brandon's gonna like cradle up against a nice brace where she can level her crossbow, and as soon as she sees one that looks like it's turning its attention to Linus, she lets fire to
Support.
to pelt it or distract it from.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Try to perforate this little knoll.
Yep.
I am going to I actually don't think either of my traits really helps here. Okay, cool. So I'm just taking the help and going for it, I think.
Okay. My total is 8. My pool is 8 dice.
Mine is 9.
Let's see.
Oh, we do not get a
that Eric luck.
I had to-
No more.
Okay, so now I need to remember exactly what things I can spend fate on, because I now have a very relevant wise.
So this was a versus, which means I do my. Oh wait, we're not done the test yet. So you are.
Yeah, we're not.
He's
We're not going
looking
to.
at how he can recover from that.
Your Caves of Chaos wise.
Exactly. That's what I was just saying. I now have quite a few outlets for my fate and persona. Okay, so cool.
Weave us the riddle.
Spend a persona point and reroll. All failed. I think that I'm just going to go straight up for persona here.
You totally should. You have so many failed dice right
for
there.
this story. Yeah. So you remember what you got to do, right?
So I only had 2 successes and I was rolling 9 dice. So I re-roll 7 dice.
Right, but before you re-roll, it's not enough to spend your persona. You have to. It's of course. What was your what terrible disaster is averted because of your wise? What is the knowledge that leads you to being able to invoke this?
So the problem I was having, I start to go like I'm planning to flank them, and then but it's caves, like it's not very wide, and I'm like, oh no, we've been here before. And at the last minute, instead of running like beside Basil, I like duck behind him and let him kind of bash through their line first, and then start trying to cut from there.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep. Sounds good.
76.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wow.
4 more successes.
There you go.
And
That's
2
6
of
over.
those are 6s.
Degree of success actually matters here.
It does, yeah.
You
automatically get a disarm, but you can get the other things too.
What was the final ruling with the Order of Might? I'm not inclined to give it to you.
Okay.
Because it's just Oog.
I
don't know.
It wouldn't matter on a maneuver anyway. It's only on attack.
What I'm saying is that I think Order of Might would matter on Oog's turn, maybe specifically. But as a group comprisingly mostly of just regular old Order of Might adventurers.
Yeah.
I think
that could be adjudicated differently.
I'm made of sterner stuff though, Eric.
Okay. So currently,
never mind.
What you're gonna
I have margin of success 1, so I might as well blow a fate to open end those 2 6s, because if I can get 2 more, if I can get 1 more, I then have options. If I can get 2 more, I get both of them. So
8.
Yep. 2d6 open ended. 1 more.
1 additional success.
Okay.
And it has already been re-rolled, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will probably gain position and give whoever's up next, which is
you're good, buddy.
Nice. So I think and I get the disarm for free. So the rules actually say it's not necessarily like cutting bowstrings, but I'm at least so much up in the middle of them that they can't reliably fire, because if they do, I'm gonna shank them.
Okay.
And also, I'm just in the middle of them sowing chaos, which is totally creating an opening for Oog to smash him.
Okay. So this is kind of weird. Then I'm going to be rolling for both sides. So I'm going to do Oog first, right?
Cool.
So their nature is 8. They're getting +2 for the granting of position.
Yep.
They're also getting +1 for their Savage Club.
Nice.
So that's a total of 3.
Mm-hmm.
They're rolling
Can
a
we
total
help Oog?
Oh yeah, you can absolutely help Oog.
Yeah. So I'll help by like reminding him of what we're trying to accomplish, and I'll be like, "I'll smash them backwards as far as you can. Backwards smashing."
Nice.
Perfect.
Bryn will sort of follow up on that and be like, "Show him your brains, Oog," and and let fly another and let advance a little bit and let fly another coral. Yeah.
I will help with my Caves of Chaos wise, because
Nice.
I realize that from where we are, everything should be sloping down a little bit, and so I try to like pull them back a little bit to like get them stumbling backwards, so they'll be even more off balance. Like you use the natural slope that I'm sure the cavern here has, even if it's not very pronounced, to like
trip them up.
Trip them up. Okay. Yeah.
I will also help with a maneuver that I have never been able to use before, which is I will just try and drive them into Oog with my shield.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm trying to keep the shield between allies, but in this case, I'm like, nope, in you go.
Tactical checking. Yeah.
Into the fray.
Okay, so that's 4 extra help on top of the 3, so that's 7 extra dice. Oops, that's supposed to be just obstacle 1, but that's the correct dice amount.
Nice.
And then the gnolls go. So you start with base nature is 5. They are getting impeded, right?
I don't think so. You didn't get the impede.
No, I didn't get the impede.
You just spent money to gain position, and
I got the disarm for free.
Yeah.
And
then you just spent the 2.
I only had 2 to spend.
Yeah. What's the disarm may be relevant right now?
Yeah, it is. It's a -1 die because they're unarmed for the combat.
Yeah. Well, I think when you disarm a creature, but it's fair to. I mean, it is fair game to say like I disarmed that one, the one that's going next. Like it's.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how I'd pick out the one that's going next.
I don't know.
One of them is disarmed, but kind of up to Eric which one that is.
I mean, I think it's logical that, if you have the option, why wouldn't you pick the one that's going next if it's... So I think it's
right there in front of you. Yeah.
So
it stays that way. I mean, that one's the one that's disarmed.
So it's 5, 3 people are helping it, -1. So total of 2 extra helpers.
Right.
And 5. So you guys win. By a lot. 3, 4. Yeah. Oh wait, this is independent. So this both happens.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't have the bow anymore.
Oh right.
And yours also is independent because it's Oog.
Right. Oog is not using it. That's so bizarre. Yeah, we should have not disarmed that one in that regard.
Mechanically, Oog has to eat it. Yep. Like as far as the disposition goes. Then it goes to the next person that would be in line, right?
I think captain decides after that.
Yeah, I think after that, the captain decides.
Okay. Yeah.
Where are the other 4?
Captain.
We're losing 4 more.
4 more.
Yep, 4 more leave.
All right. Well, we'll take. I think for Linus right up at the front.
So actually, wait. Do we actually don't have to bother with this because we're taking them out.
Yeah, so we can.
do. It's
Those of us with 2 can each lose 1.
1, 2, 3,
Well,
4, 5,
Here's the
6.
thing that here's what I'm saying though, and this is why this is important, is because based on how the disposition falls out, that's going to lend to how consequences should be doled out.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Okay, sure.
I agree. I can't remember this. Can you use armor when it's not your turn? Like, no. So,
No.
all of our armor isn't germane to like, oh, we take the 4, but we're going to resist some of it.
Yeah. And obviously, Oog doesn't have any armor to ablate any of it.
Well, I think so. We can get 2 people out of trouble. Is that what I'm hearing? We can leave 2 people with 1 disposition point each, and we're knocking everyone else out.
That is accurate. Yeah.
Okay.
There's only going to be 2 dispo left at the end. So yeah.
So we get for using an ogre.
Yeah, it's a little bit harsh. If we were following the fiction, I think it would be the 3 people at the front.
Sure.
Yeah, is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can decide to advance it though. I mean, as much as right? Like you can change it, but yeah, that's
all right. That's fine.
Oh man, yeah, we totally
That's too
should
bad.
not have disarmed that bow.
I know.
I didn't even because we got +2 successes because of Order of Might, so he really got 10.
You would have
there.
obliterated. Yeah.
But hey.
Okay, so this is
There's 1 too few dispo. We had a total of 8 dispo, and that's only 7. Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we should have 1 more person away.
Yeah. Because we haven't lost any of them until now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can leave 1 more person with it at Fun Dispo.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be Oog though, because he was.
Yeah.
Oh, because he was in the direct conflict.
He's making the roll.
All right, I feel like Oog would have taken the hit though to protect Linus.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
You get to say that, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So you guys lost about half, right?
Yeah.
So here's what I'm willing to say for stuff. I'm willing to say Oog is exhausted, and I'm just painting that as just basically injured but not actually injured. Oog is like just covered in arrows, being like, "Whew, that was a fight,"
Right. To us, that would be injured. To Oog, that's just
Oog's
exhausted.
Right.
exactly. So I'm thinking Oog might be exhausted. So if he's helping you in the next stuff, that's a factor, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think Basil, you are also Basil, are you sick? Were you
I
sick
am
going
sick.
into this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
kill Basil right now.
I didn't
Oh, no.
tell you that death was on the line, so I don't think that would be fair.
So-
Do what you need to do.
Because they were trying to scatter, anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they weren't doing a kill conflict.
Right, but being
it's
sick,
stealth.
that is
Oh,
on
right.
the line.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
well,
I'm just
maybe
gonna
we
be
should-
I'm just gonna be shittier to you though, and just make you injured as well.
Sounds good.
I was going to say, like,
Yeah, we need to really help Basil recover here.
Oh, now that we have light, though, is there any red in the cave?
No.
Oh.
Damn it.
So
I love the idea that Basil's like looking for the red, and that's when an
Yeah.
arrow like plunks him right in the chest.
oh no! Oh, it's just I'm seeing red. Oh.
Look, there's red. That's
so,
your blood.
Okay, so Oog's exhausted. Basil's injured, and I think the rest is going to be fictional. That I mean the gnolls are obviously screaming back, rallying people, being like, "There's a fucking ogre here. We're under attack."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think those are the consequences for the fight. All things said and done.
Yep.
As for half for half, I think that's okay.
Yeah. That seems totally.
All right, as long as we're in agreement, Captain, you cool with that?
Yeah,
right.
that's fine. We need to get some
All right.
help.
Mark advances where necessary, bringing us back here. That also ticks the grind.
Oh.
Yep. So I think we're 1 away from hitting the grind. Is that
No, that was the fourth one.
that was 4. Okay. All right. So now we're all hungry and thirsty as well.
Hungry and thirsty.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry.
You're hungry and thirsty. Oh, let me get the lantern out as well.
Right.
So the lantern has used up 1 of its charges.
All right.
The torch is burning at half right now.
Yeah.
The lantern bearer is burning at both ends.
All right. Once our accounting is out of the way.
Yep.
Yeah. The hoops. There's probably like at least one knoll that's like crippled, that's like, crawling its way back down there, hissing. There's just a bunch of blood going down into this cave. And let me describe for a second a little bit what it looks like. Let me look at my map.
And although this was a drive-off conflict, I get the impression that we have some pretty wrecked knolls by oogs, like vicious attacks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like thrown into the wall, like crying, hobbling, crying for like we're under attack. They're just like barely making it back. Okay, so yeah, you guys have made it to what I would describe as a rudely made guard room. You can see that there's a couple racks of bows that were left here that they were using. So like there's probably like a bow and another quiver here left. There's a lot of just bones from bored scouts chewing incessantly. But otherwise it's pretty Spartan belongings around here. There's probably just a scattering of just huge. There are huge black arrows that they use, just that been knocked over in the fight. You know that this cave is not just a single guard room. Based on where they rent, on the back end of the hall, there's another sort of like passageway that sort of veers off into a direction, like going towards more of the cave. So like I would use north. It veers up north. You see that there's a T intersection, but you have no idea which way they went, because there's just naturally a lot of blood because it's a knoll cave. And there's just shouting.
The blood goes this
and
way.
There's just nothing but shouting right now. So it's really it's kind of hard to tell. Oog slumps down in the corner of the guard place. He's like, "Whew, that was good stealth mission."
So everything's echoing like back and forth.
Yeah, they're all screaming. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like they might have even split and gone both directions.
Puny man shouldn't have arrow like that pointing over to Basil.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nope. Should not.
You should leave him. You should leave him as bait.
Oh no.
That's what Friend would do.
Unworthy meat.
Yeah, no, unworthy mate, he wouldn't do at all. We'll have to remove this arrow.
I think Oog takes offense to that. Oog's no friend of Oog is unworthy meat. You are worthy to Oog.
Basil is.
We're all welcome at Oog's table.
Basil's like, it's actually a myth that you should remove the arrow. That's just perpetuated by the bards.
You're
it's
sitting
really
there. You're like,
not what you want to do.
That's actually always been there. Oh boy.
That's where I hang my keys.
Yeah. How do you think I've been carrying this lantern?
Oh yeah, you're not doing great.
So do we consider trying to camp? I mean,
how much like
camping
stuff is in here? Can we like barricade?
Okay. I haven't described this scene enough. I just want to say that like mechanically, camping in this guard spot is impossible. For the time it takes to camp and organize full-blown response would happen. It's just not
without securing, right? We have to cave in the rest of the cave or something.
Oh yeah. If you want to do something like that, we
can head back out and try to camp somewhere back into the woods a little ways. But, 'cause, I mean, we just are at the entrance. I mean, I'm just thinking with Basil this beat up.
Right.
Absolutely. I'm not. Yeah. All I can do is just tell you that, and I'm saying your characters would know that right now, based on the
Right.
hooping and hollering and
There's
shouting
really
and people
danger.
grabbing weapons and like. There's definitely a louder voice among the gnolls that's sort of like saying like, in gnollish, so it just sounds like the louder howl. It's actually, I mean, Basil, if you weren't in such terrible shape, you would be kind of like awestruck a little bit. You're like, that is almost like a demon, like that. As far as like supernatural power things, it's kind of close to it.
I'm gonna reach out
And you're
to
like,
Ook.
That's the dad. That's the daddy.
Yeah.
Or actually, that's the mama. That's the mama Knoll. I guess they're
I'm gonna
matronly. I guess I don't know.
reach out to Ook and just ask him, like, what are the rites said over the dead here in these caves?
No.
So
There's
So
no. Oh yeah. So he says, no rights. You choose to die how you wish, or you suffer at hands of those who kill you.
All right, it's pretty straightforward.
That is
then.
way.
All right, no one's dying in these caves today. Just give me a hand to try to barricade this place up or something.
Yeah.
so
When brother broke leg, brother threw himself off cliff to die rather than get eaten by wolves alive. Honorable death. You want Oog throw you off cliff?
Not quite yet. But if it comes down to it, Ook, you're the one who's going to do it for me.
No, we'll try to fix him. We'll make him all better.
so
Stronger.
So there is an option, and I didn't want to present this. I didn't want to present this earlier, but there is an option called sucking it up, and it applies to both injured and sick. Although unfortunately, you have both. For injured, it says sucking it up. This is page 77. Alternately, at any time after being injured, you can opt to have your character suck it up, cauterize the wound, and hot iron and some wine, and get back on your feet. The GM reduces your health, nature, or a health-based skill by -1d, but the overall penalty and the condition is cleared. So you lose a point of health, nature, or a health-based skill.
Right.
And the way sick works the exact same way, except for you lose a point of will, nature, or a will-based skill.
You're sick. Okay. I don't think
sweat it
you
out.
could. I would. I'm almost tempted to not even allow you to do it for injured, but you're certainly. I don't think you can suck up this supernatural sickness that's afflicting you.
Right.
I don't think you're in a position to do that, but I'm going to be generous enough for you to suck up this injury right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just literally ripping the air out and cauterizing the wound and then saying, let's go.
Yeah.
It's bad. But
Otherwise, I'm going to have to make
we can make
And your
some
health
checks at
would
camp.
yeah.
an
Your health would
I4.
almost assuredly be going down here.
Yeah. And well,
Well, he
It
needs
got-
to make
I
health
imagine you got
checks
shot in the
to do
lung.
at
Yeah.
camp, though, right?
you don't need to make a check. You don't need to spend a check. You don't need to be in camp to do this. You're just like, forget it. I'm going to
Yeah.
keep going. And you
I think I'll do that then. I mean, because it's an OB4 health test, and I'm never going to make that.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
I can't do anything with my heal skill. It's even worse than my health. So maybe I'll just do that. I'll suck up this injury.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
isn't
that's
slowing me down
that's gonna deduct your health by 1.
by 1. It's fine.
Do
Do I lose progress?
Yes,
when that
your progress also goes away.
stupid progress. It was.
It's like the reverse learning.
It's like the reverse of learning. It's unlearning health.
Yeah. So I guess I do just rip the damn arrow out then, and we shove
Yeah.
a torch in your.
Maybe
in
when
your
I'm talking to Ook and
chest.
I'm not paying attention.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, Ooh.
Ah! Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. No, and it's like, and I think by the time you're done, you're like, you did good. You did not lose too much strength. You look good. Like he's complimenting you, like you did a good job. Like way to soldier through, right? The
Yeah.
best way, right?
The
Way to tough it out.
troubling bit.
You still not as weak as puny elf man.
How delicious I smell.
Yeah.
I don't throw
That's
the arrow right away just because I know Basil might actually want to keep it
Oh,
for some
yeah.
reason.
Yeah, let's hold on to that.
Yeah, so I like questioningly, I'm just like, Do
You-
do you want this still?
Yeah,
I mean,
throw
I
that
think-
in my
I think you
backpack.
caught it. It's technically yours now.
Yeah, it's certainly your wound deliciousness to Oog is definitely counteracted by the smell of just the savagery of just how gnolls live. That, like,
Right.
it's, I mean, like, I don't want to eat a really good steak in a porta potty. You know,
Yeah.
it's not. I don't care. You know,
Oh
it's just
God,
like,
I don't
so-
think I could eat anything.
So
in
like even
porta-
even Oog doesn't want to eat around gnolls. Like, that's just how disgusting. A testament to just what
Yeah.
sort of savage debasement gnolls are. Yeah. So, anyways, what's your guys' plan? Are you going to retreat to the woods to figure out camping?
All right, I suggest
I
we
mean-
just knock a bunch of this stuff in the way just to get a healthier retreat. And do we need to get some rest?
Yeah, because we're getting ready to probably wrap up for the night, and I wanted
Right.
to get an idea of what you guys are doing.
Right. Or we press on while they're scared and scattered.
I would say,
It's snowing
especially now that Basil sucked it up,
Mm-hmm.
we just keep going. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if we leave and come back, they'll be prepared for us.
We should
now.
eat or
Yeah.
drink right now, though.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right then. So next session we will press on and deal with the remaining of the gnolls defenses. All right.
Yeah.
Good work, everybody. Welcome back to Torchbearer.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm drinking my wineskin. Get rid
Me
of that.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I gonna do?
Preserved rations. I ate some of those. I have 3 preserved rations.
Actually, wait, I take that back.
Or-
I have one of my preserved rations from like one package of rations left, one use left.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that because then that clears up
Open
a
it
spot
up.
in my backpack, which
Right,
is
yeah.
better than clearing out my
Sure.
skin.
Tetris
Yeah.
the Tetris.
The Tetris
Decisions
of,
we make.
of eating.
Oh,
Yeah. What about Virgil? Cadence has a set of 3 preserved rations.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Basil and Bryn?
Each, yeah, and then I'll have another
And then-
open
and
spot
then
after that
spot
as
there
well. Yeah, go ahead. I break up my
Oh, okay.
my hard tack into chunks and like
Nice.
oh God, I feel really bad because I like break it up and then I like turn to Oog and I have nothing for him and I'm like, well, Oog, I'm so sorry. We didn't know you were going to be with us. Is the thing. I didn't bring enough for everyone. Yeah. Do you think you can forgive me?
He just
I'm like,
pouts.
I'm
He just
like,
pouts.
yeah, I'm like,
He doesn't
I'm like
forgive you.
about to eat my own, and I'm like, I just want to make sure this is not the last thing I try to eat. You know?
No, friend of Oog that's so skinny need eat more than big, strong
Oh,
Oog.
I'm very skinny. Yes, thank you. And I eat my hardtack.
Oog doesn't like friends taking food from.
He's
You know, he's like, ugh.
like,
This
no, I
sucks.
feel now I
being a
feel
friend
jealousy.
sucks. yeah. He's like, no, I feel like I'm supposed to do this. Oh, but wow, this sucks. I feel hurt. Like I hurt myself doing this.
Oh, ugh.
I hurt myself with my feelings.
Love hurts. Dude.
Yeah. So, all right, let's do some experience, everybody.
All right.
Last 15 minutes of the show. So, let's do reverse order here. So let's start with Linus. All right, let's do belief, instincts, goals. Then we'll
Sure.
do team.
Belief. I can find allies within the creatures of the cave. Some of the creatures here are like me. I mean, I've been treated like it overlaps with my goal a little bit, so I guess I'm kind of double dipping here. But I think that I played to that.
Yeah. I
You
think
also,
you're
yeah, you did.
kind of-
Yeah,
You also
it's been solid.
let me ask you this: you did also play against it.
I did. Yeah,
Um,
I agree. Though
though you did play to it more than, but you were like, listen,
So-
I just persuaded this dude with magic
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
to the blue
you just-
lions. So,
I mean, so I prefaced that with like the thing that I thought was going through Linus's head there was like if I'm honest about the fact that I bamboozled this guy, it'll mean that I don't get him into a fight with the Blue Lions. Like that's better for everybody. And it wasn't.
It was a friendly tactic to help him, right? Like
and
in his
I didn't say anything
eyes.
that wasn't true there, and I didn't do anything that actually harmed Oog out of that. If anything, I made sure that he avoided a fight.
Yeah.
And I did totally just like drive off gnolls without feeling bad about it. But gnolls are like the one kind of creature here that even Linus is like, nope, lost cause. They're gone.
Yep, that's what they do. That's the point. They are a good unifying factor for forces.
Yeah.
If you need evil to work together, have gnolls.
I will show Oog true friendship. I'm actually going to call that one done, and because I mean, I can keep that goal kind of. Yeah, I could keep that goal kind of indefinitely, but I think in this session we really established that like Linus treated him like a real person, and I'm just going to clear that goal out, and then we never made camp. Oh my gosh, I changed my instinct just to get.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
But that's okay. So yeah, that's a bait for the belief and accomplishing the goal for a persona.
Yep.
And I think that means Epi's up next.
Oh, right. So I have, for my belief, the words of true and worthy gods can be found in these caves. I'm pretty sure I played to that, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It gives me a
wondering
fake
about
right there.
you learned about the redstone caves, then the
Right.
the cloaked clad people that go in them.
Along the same lines, learn all that I can from Oog. Does this feel accomplished, or is there more I can learn from Oog? I mean, that's a tough one because you can
The thing
always
is,
learn.
You could learn the value of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's learning so much that watching him learn is
Right.
learning experience.
I mean, I think I would. I mean, I don't know what Eric thinks of this. I would put it back on you. Like, if that's something that you want to keep on pursuing and get some like deeper knowledge, then call it a fate. But if you feel like you got what you wanted out of it, take a persona and move on.
Yep.
I would say.
What do we
That's
got?
exactly
We got,
what. Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on the scope of what you thought of your original intention.
I think I'm going to take it. I think that Oog doesn't know much about the theology, so that's going to. And so it's a persona.
Yep, you accomplish it. It's persona.
Yeah. And then the instinct, when Oog turns on us, make one last attempt to discuss theology with him, has not happened. So we're just waiting out for it.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
And that's then it's to you for Bryn.
Yeah. So Bryn's belief is sometimes traditions will yield true, but I won't let centuries of hate rule my actions. This played up in a kind of unexpected way for Bryn when she was like, cool, we're trying to make friends with the ogre, but really we legit made a deal with the bugbears, and then the stupid humans were going to mess it all up. And it really annoyed her when she was like trust us, we made a deal with Yogan, and she feels like in a lot of ways that the monsters are better at holding up their ends of bargains than the humans are. Like,
yeah, isn't that funny?
And so I definitely feel like it came into play, but I'm also going to change it to something along the lines of you're only as good as your promise or your word, because she really feels like she can't measure people by race as much as she can just measure them by whether or not they follow their word or not. And we have been doing that. We've been saying we're going to do a thing and then do a thing, and a lot of other people haven't been, or they haven't really been. They've kind of been doing it, but they've been hedging their bets and things like that. So for me it's important, but I'm going to change it because it's going to become kind of like more hard line about not necessarily not trusting people unless they kind of prove it.
So have you had that since session 1?
No, I changed it after. It was originally that a belief about kings and about humans being traitors and liars, and I kind of like recessed a little bit back to my like I was fighting tradition and like kind of receded back, and this is a more moderate, and I feel like I'm going back to the kind of more radical. I think Bryn is vacillating based on her experiences.
I think that's a good way to describe it, and I like seeing it happen.
Yeah.
Goal: I will fulfill my pledge to the bugbears and vanquish the gnolls. I tried it. I mean,
Did.
I feel like
Yeah.
we worked on it. And when I spot poor craftsmanship, I'll improve it. Did not come up. So nothing there. How about you, kids?
Cadence did pretty good. I'm a true belief. I'm a true adventurer. Elves are made of sterner stuff. I mean, I went down alone into the known
Yeah.
cave with the gnolls. We knew
Yeah.
they were in there, and I still went down to go make sure that we had the data. So I think that's pretty good.
yeah.
Goal: report our success at stopping the bandits, which we did get to do. We reported not directly, but indirectly. So I think
That's
that still counts.
Mark it off. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Excellent. An instinct: stay out of reach of Oog. Didn't come up. But I did like how it kind of transformed all my conversations with him into me like poking my head into frame and saying something and backing away.
I like how all of you like spent the entire session like waiting for the inevitable betrayal, and it just never happened.
Yep.
Let's do group stuff now, right, Eric?
Yeah.
Yes.
You ready?
Group awards. So the first one is MVP, most valuable player, the person with the clutch rolls. I can't beat Oog.
Yeah. No.
Well, I know that Linus was hitting some early ones there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I vacillate between two. One, the persuasion check to get the blue lions to get off our backs was really important,
Yeah.
because that would have been ugly and dumb, and it would have been a bad fight in all ways.
Exactly. It would have been a fight nobody wanted, but
Yeah, I think that was probably the number one best.
Yeah,
there was a lot riding on that roll.
if it wasn't for that roll, it would have been the sneaking into the knolls. Like that was really a big thing.
That was awesome.
Exactly.
But
Mhm.
I feel like that the consequences of that were much less severe than the consequences of botching
The fight.
of that persuader check.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I can buy that, but I think
You modest. Come on, you MVP.
Take it.
okay.
You want it for twice in a row, 2 sessions
Yeah.
in a row.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
apparently. Wow.
It's like the Great British Bake Off winning like best baker 2 weeks in a row. Puts a target on your head, man.
Yeah.
Fight better than
Coming
you.
for you, Linus.
Stop doing so much good stuff for our team. Next up is Workhorse, I believe.
Workhorse, yeah.
Person who helped the most cannot be the person who earned MVP. Sorry, Linus.
Yeah.
I got plenty.
I feel like I was giving helping dice to almost every roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think so.
I was actually leaning towards Cadence. Yeah.
Yep. I think so.
Is that fate
No, it's Persona.
or something?
All right then, embodiment. Embodiment's the person who plays up their conditions as well as their traits.
Basil.
Ooh.
That was my first thought there. I know we can give it to multiple people, but
Yep,
I feel
I agree.
pretty strongly on
Well,
Basil.
this is a hard session, honestly, because I don't know anybody who didn't play up their character.
Right.
Yeah,
very
really,
strongly this session.
really
So
well.
we can't even rate it on like, did you role play well? That's not even like enough, because otherwise we would be in that you can't give it to everybody scenario. So
Yeah.
I think, Basil, your obsession with the chaos and the red
Yeah.
cave and all that.
Yeah.
Eric's performance as Oog was also mention worthy, I think, because he's really fun to have in the party.
And
Man, everyone was knocking it out of the park. I mean, I
Yeah.
would just love everyone except for me to take one, because I think I haven't had a single session in this game where I didn't get it. So why don't you guys all take it? How about that?
I mean, I did love Bryn helping, just being like the leader, being like, listen,
Oh.
I'm the leader. Do
Yeah, I
this.
like
So-
angry take
Like,
charge
honestly,
Bryn. That
yeah.
is
Very consistent
That's like
Bryn this time.
super on brand.
Yeah. I felt like I was like really like getting into Bryn in terms of like the frustration with people, with humans.
And that was really good because, like, even way later, you were like, "Oh, everyone's talking to Oog about the sneaking. Look, I decide who sneaks where." Okay,
Yeah. There's
that's good stuff.
that's. Oh man, I'm hold on. Let me make a couple notes real quick about helping you out, Bryn, because I have some ideas.
all right.
I just wanted to remark that I especially love that you're a dwarf, because I feel like the people like hedging their bets and not trusting you is such a huge pet peeve, because like dwarves don't do that
Right.
at all. Like
Swear
no,
oaths,
you
yeah,
said
that's
your
true.
word. Like why would you ever say something else? Like
Right.
what, you
Well, and
understand?
the worst part about it is that Yogan is a dwarf.
I
Like,
know.
of all people,
I know.
to,
I
like,
can't wait for you to talk to him.
yeah, because I'm gonna just be like,
I know.
I can't wait either, because I'm gonna
I
tear
know.
into that dude,
Yeah.
and I don't care if it throws me in the
Look,
cell
I
for it.
know.
Like,
You don't. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't get to be Castellan and running a company without
without making some compromises.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a human world, my friend.
it totally is. But
So-
Bryn's not quite ready to accept that.
I know, it's so good.
So yeah,
okay.
my belief next time will
I know.
definitely
I love that, and I feel like I'm still. I don't feel like I'm giving you enough, Epi. I feel like I'm just giving you a little bit of like teasers and drips of
that's fine.
this chaos.
I don't think I can turn straight into the full bore chaos and survive. I like the little drips as it's coming along.
It is a nice creep of like, oh gosh, it's on the horizon, but it keeps, you keep thinking it's going to be closer, but then no, it's just bigger on the horizon.
Right.
Bigger on the horizon.
Basil is the one that's playing the horror game amongst us.
Yeah.
I've got an Indiana Jones ending for my character here. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
And not the good one.
I mean, but like you said at the very end of the session, Eric, what Basil thinks they hear is like the demon or the one in charge. Like,
right.
Yeah.
We're going in after that thing. Who knows what we're gonna find?
So yeah, no, you're gonna get it. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So I think hopefully that'll expose more of this stuff to Basil, even if it means we're all dying doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Right,
that's
good times.
that's it then. I'm always excited to play Torchbearer with you all. It honestly, it's so easy to run this game for you all. It's one of those simple joys to do. It's so, this game, the system makes it really easy, and after we've done it enough, you guys are just amazing role players, and I know we get into it. It's great. So thank you all so much for turning back.
Thanks for running
It's
it.
a lot of
Yeah,
This is
thank
always-
you, Eric. You're a great GM. So it's great to have not only a great GM, but also all these great role players, which have found, all of us, I think, have found these really niche little characters for this story, which is pretty silly.
Very different characters that are all doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's do some outros. Let's start with the regular order. So at the top left, Virgil. Tell us about where can people find you?
You people, if you wanted to see my tweets and stuff, that's at Virgil Levenger. But more entertaining stuff would be at soundcloud.com/Zircon5, where I put up all my musics. And you can go listen, and there's some for downloads there. And a lot of that stuff is Creative Commons licensed, so you can use it in projects that you're doing. And if you're on that Twitter, you'll see when I put new stuff up. Also, twitch.tv/Zircon5 if you enjoyed the roleplay and you want to catch some more of it. What about Sean? Where are you?
You can find me over at Actual Play a lot of times, or on just like any social media forum is at Sean Nittner. But the next time you're going to find me is on Ash's Twitch channel, Playing the Republic. So that should be good times. I'm super excited about seeing that sort of forged in the dark, sort of powered by the apocalypse, sort of a lot of different things that Ash is working on, and it looks pretty rad. So yeah, I'm Sean Nittner pretty much everywhere. How about you, Effie? Where do we find you?
I'm Epidiah pretty much everywhere. You can find me at Twitter and dice.camp and Google Plus, on Instagram, at my website, Dig 1,000 Holes, where it's the number 1,000, not written out. That's my site for all the stuff that I publish. You can also find my stuff at Worlds Without Master. At Dig 1,000 Holes right now, I've been posting a lot about my new calculator, if you're curious about that. And I should shout out to 200 a Day, my Rockford Files podcast, in case you're a Rockford Files fan and you want to. Oh, and if you happen to be in Toronto for Breakout Con, which some people watching maybe, I'm not sure, I will be there for that as well this next month, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
Where do we find 200 a day? Is that your Patreon?
That is, I think that's a very good question.
I think I found it.
200aday.fm or something like that. It's not my Nathan runs the Patreon, but there is a Patreon for it. So yeah,
there's the Patreon.
Yeah. How about you, Sage?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. It's been flashing here the whole time. If you search for my name, actually, you might not be able to search by my name because I did the fracture font thing, so you're gonna have a harder time. It's @_old with an E _Fortran. Yeah, but you'll find me sooner or later. I'm tagged in all of Eric's posts. I have a website that updates occasionally at siverfenebel-in.in. Oh man, I cannot talk tonight. Which is a URL that I'm more proud of than most of what happens on the site. But there's some occasional posts there about gaming stuff. I think I may get around to another post sometime this week. And then I'm considering doing a game stream of some Into the Breach tomorrow. So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see a link if I manage to find time to go live with that. And Eric, you want to wrap us up?
Yeah, so thank you everybody for hanging out. We will return with Keep on the Borderlands on Mondays going forward. So thanks for pivoting to this day. And yeah, I'm EricVulgaris and everything. I'm always on Twitter and social media talking about games and tweeting cool art, and I just love reading and talking about games. So if you like games and you watch this stuff, hit me up and tell me about your campaigns and stuff. Your people being excited for games gets me excited in a way that just it's so contagious. I just love this hobby so much, and I love that other people love this hobby as much as I do. So I'm curious, what are you guys playing? So tell me about it. So you can find me on the internets all over and everything that's been flashing around all night. So thank you all so much, and let's get us out of here. So see everybody.
See ya.
Bye.